We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for Twin Flames, for the Twin Flame Collective, to see what is going on right now. We have a huge alignment as Venus has shifted into Leo until the first week of August. This is bringing some powerful energies. Venus is the planet of love, but it's also the planet of finances. Expect some really positive relationship shifts. We also have a lot of powerful astrology coming at us as this alignment aligns with Pluto tomorrow, bringing insights and revelations to the surface. It's also going to probably bring up some emotional conversations. You're going to be feeling things on a heart level for sure over the next couple of weeks. Things are going to get deep. This is great romantic energy and amazing for Twin Flames, but we're also navigating a lot of heavy energy. So we're going to start with a reading first for the Divine Feminine. First, so we have, and I was looking at the dates, we have Pluto retrograde. This is bringing up the inner shadows, especially around relationships, and so is this other alignment with Venus and Leo. It might bring up some relationship shadows. So when we deal with Pluto energy, it's all about spiritual rebirth, clearing blockages, and it's all about clearing deeper rooted fears. The fear is what keeps us in conflict, turmoil, and even separation, especially within these type of connections. So we have a lot of clearing fear coming up. We're also in a Saturn retrograde. This theme is hitting everyone kind of hard, but especially the Divine Feminine right now, I notice, throughout the collective. Expect a final purge of your past. It depends on what's coming up for you during this Saturn retrograde too. This means that for Divine Feminine, this could be family stuff coming up that you need to let go of. Or if some of you guys are with karmic partners, that's definitely what the theme is. So it just kind of depends on what karmic situation is coming up for you during this time. But I see a lot of this hitting the collective, especially the Divine Feminine, over the next couple of weeks too. Today is 7/11. It is a powerful gateway and a powerful activation day. I've been waiting for it, right? All right, so I'm going to be doing activations on my website today. Make sure you are checking out my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. I always say do a one-on-one reading with me on there. This will give you a lot of clarity. Remember, this is just a collective or a general reading, so take what resonates for your situation, but make sure you're doing those one-on-one readings on my website. They are a phone call, and they're going to go into what's going on specifically for you. I also say to do more energy healings. This will help you no matter what is coming up or no matter what your situation. So I am an energy healer. Check out the healing sessions that I have on my website. I do tons of healings, clearings, and activations, and I also do twin flame coaching, which is great with working you through the process or even helping to shift you out of twin flame separation. Just kind of depends on what you need it for. I always recommend it for everyone that is a twin flame, is oftentimes when you're navigating the journey, it can be a lot you don't see coming, right? Okay, so we're going to do a reading for Divine Feminine starting out. Divine Feminine Collective. Divine Masculine, if you're watching, messages from your feminine. You were my sanctuary. You're the only person I could confide in, and I betrayed your trust. Okay, I was saying, like, you're missing your friend, your confidant. You might find you have no one to talk to when your twin flame isn't around. When they're around, you're on these best friend vibes. That's the foundation of a really good relationship too, because this was something missing with the karmics, where you guys are actually really can hang out as friends and lovers, of course, right? But you guys really get each other and can hang around each other and talk about anything. If you're in a separation or your twin flame isn't really around, you're missing that, and you probably have a lot to tell them, or you want to catch them up on that too. Remember, Venus is at the heart of the lion, or the lion's heart right now. So this is powerful for opening the heart chakra and opening up to love. I anticipate that over the next couple of weeks, we're going to see so many twin flames come into happy reunion. In fact, I've already started to see that. Like, right? If you guys are in separation, this is going to be amazing energies for opening up and following your heart and getting romantic. It's meant to be a playful, flirty, fun energy too. I couldn't handle your words when you're upset with me. It was too painful. Okay, there's been a lot of lessons over things that have been said and using your words. This is something coming up around the collective right now too, that our words can hurt each other, and we need to treat all of us as a spiritual being, especially your twin flame. So there's been things that have been said, and obviously you can't take it back, but lessons learned especially if you're in a separation, both have learned a lot about what has caused this and worked through those issues so that they won't be a problem again too. So this is like reading for divine feminine. Many of you guys are, I don't say longing for your flame. You're wanting to be in reunion and union with them. I was saying some of you guys have even told the masculine that. Some of them have rejected your offer. If you've come in and said, hey, I'm ready again, I've healed, I'm ready to come back together. Many, you might notice, aren't moving, and they could be thinking about it. So you might feel like they're not interested in you, or things aren't moving, but this is not the case. They love you, they care about you, they mirror your deep feelings for you too. There's going to be a lot of magnetism for what you desire in the air the next couple of weeks, and this is huge for twin flames as you both do desire each other a lot. The thought of you with someone else drives me crazy. There might have been insecurities that were triggered within the connection. I see this a lot, as twin flames do need a lot of space and independence, unlike other connections. There might have been insecurities too that you've needed to heal or move through. Your twin flame might have triggered these things. You might have felt this way about twin flame, and usually most people couldn't stir these reactions or these feelings, but your twin flame is able to stir a lot of emotions in you. And this is part of the emotional healing that's happening too. You might be purging a little bit. There's a lot of emotional energy being felt right now by both twin flames right now. There's a lot of emotional energy. So you guys might be feeling extra emotions right now, but you're also able to tap in and read things better. Expect a lot of spiritual downsights and insights, and be able to really read people's intentions right now. It's going to get really clear right now on that stuff. I'm still trying to find a place for myself in the world, and you might think about your life and reflect on your life. This is a hard connection because you're destined to meet, but you're also, I was writing about this last night because I write about this a lot. You're destined to meet, but part of that plan for twin flames is to separate, and this can be very heart-wrenching. And I was describing it, this is the Plato story of being divided by the gods, and it can feel like that too once you've found this person and come into oneness and wholeness and been split again, right? So oftentimes most people go through separation, if not multiple separations, as preparation for union, and it just kind of depends how your divine plan will play out. You're being guided to do a lot of work for this connection, divine feminine. You've been healing, you've been guided to work on other areas of your life and to really work on your spiritual awakening and your ascension right now. This is going to help to draw your twin flame back to you. When times got tough, I gave up too soon, and this might have been in the past that you might have kicked off a cycle of it. You might have quit, thrown the towel in. You might feel like that at different times. I know it's challenging, right, with this stuff. And you might feel like that at different times where, you're ready to give up. Make sure that you're not giving up, that you're keeping on going. No matter where you're at in the twin flame process, you're making good progress with the healing of this situation. You can heal any situation, but especially between twin flames. So don't give up on this person or this connection. The distance between us is killing me. So you're feeling any space, separation, or even distance, especially if this person, oftentimes the divine masculine does a lot of distancing techniques. It's like the excuses come up and they keep their distance, or they might feel far away to you. There might be separation that you're healing, or it might even be physical distance. I talk about being different places, and it just kind of depends. So healing some type of separation or distance. I knew you were the one when I met you. You know this person is the one. You've been made aware of it. However, it doesn't make it any easier, right? And you guys will know that too, that you will know this is your person. You'll know at a certain point that probably when you meet that you don't want anyone else. I say the search is over once you meet your twin flame. You know that this is your divine partner and this is the one, literally. You deserve better than them, and you might feel that too, that especially, it depends. This could be different things, challenges, karmic obstacles, or even karmic partners that your twin flame has been with. You might feel that too, that they deserved a lot better than, it could be their whole life, things that they've been through. Twin flames have taken on an awful lot, and that pain is coming to the surface right now as there's a lot of shadow work through the collective and a lot of reflection with Pluto retrograde, Saturn retrograde, and we also have Neptune retrograde. And twin flame is like, you want to stay in the love bubble in your own little world. And when Neptune goes retrograde, it pops that love bubble. Oh no, it's like wake up vibes, and you're in your comfort zone, and it really takes you out of your comfort zone. And we don't like that. We like to stay in our fantasy illusion world, right? And on that higher level. And so that's kind of the energy in the air right now too. You guys mirror each other, so whatever your situation of what you're healing, whether it is some people are married and they have karmic stuff to clear, or some people just had a bad childhood and they're working on healing that. Some people had a lot of karmic partners and they're trying to heal from wounds around love. Whatever it is, your twin flame is going to actually mirror a lot of your dynamic of what you're healing. You'll both be working on healing some of the same core issues too in this lifetime. And I know that's because you mapped out your lives together. So there's a lot of synchronicity with what you're trying to heal. And they will even mirror deeper wounds that you're trying to heal. This is why oftentimes it can trigger things or traumas. I can't go another day without you. You might be missing this person bad and just wanting to be with them and kind of move through this process. I was selfish and stuck in my ego. I feel that a lot of ego wounds and triggers come out, and you both have hurt each other's ego on some level, but it was to heal something. So you have to trust in the bigger plan of it too, because ego definitely is an issue that Divine Feminine had to work on. I know, right? And it's like the spinning energy or the purging or the things that come up or the thoughts or the fear or doubt or the worries, whatever it was, this definitely was an aspect that came up for healing or does come up for healing on the twin flame journey. Our story is not even close to being finished. You might want to rewrite. You're like, right? Or you might know that you never really got there with it, or the story is incomplete. There's unfinished, unresolved business with this person. You're not done. You need to heal and open up your heart chakra more for this connection. Really work on healing your heart chakra. This could be healing inner child wounds. Doing some type of energy work is the best thing that you can do too, because oftentimes this stuff is unconscious of ways that we're blocking the connection or that we're delaying it, blocks, right? Slowing it down when it comes to union. Really work on your heart chakra right now. You have old wounds that are being triggered, whether through this connection or even through other stuff in your life. You'll notice that. So heal your heart, open your heart. This separation is because you started to treat me like a karmic partner, and this could be from the other side of it. Your twin flame might have treated you like a karmic. I have so many twin flames where people say that as part of the purge, and I think both twin flames go through how they see things and needing to clear that lens from actual past partners that have hurt us and needing to heal deeper wounds around that too. And we all have karmic patterns and projections and things that we need to work on too. You've triggered such intense emotions in me. This is like an emotional roller coaster. You might be really balanced, but your twin flame seems to trigger your emotions, whether positive or negative. About staying in those positive, higher emotions. You're an empath. When you're a twin flame, you feel a lot. This is a very empathic connection. Okay, so we have, this person is watching you, they're stalking you, they're watching your social media, they're trying to see what you're doing, and we know that about twin flame. Oftentimes you guys are checking up on each other. All right, we have, some of you guys are being guided to self-care and do more Netflix, chill, resting, spending time alone, really healing yourself during this time. Really just focus on resting up, recharging more. We kicked off the week with a lot of heavy energy and a lot of big shifts. Your body might be feeling it. Right, this person's obsessed with you and they are attracted to you. I know there's a strong magnetism. Don't think that your twin flame ever doesn't want you. They always want you. There's a very strong magnetism. All right, there is Divine Feminine. Work on not blaming, playing the victim, and acting immature. Some of you guys might have inner child wounds that make you act a little childish when it comes to this person. This is meant to be a good connection for your inner child, but be mindful of that too, that you might have inner child blocks and wounds that are coming up and getting in the way of this connection. Okay, for some, there's third party, but this could be things that just got in the way of being together. It could be circumstances, obstacles. For some, it might actually be other people and karmic contracts, but oftentimes it is literally just the challenges that you go through or life in general, right? Or taking on a lot in this life. It could be things that have come up in the way. Divine Feminine, you're feeling confused and unclear about where you stand with this person. They're not making it clear with you. Okay, make sure that you're clearing your mind right now. It will help with this connection to keep your energy clear. So make sure you're clearing your energy and keeping your mind clear. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands. Watch out for drama. There might be other drama around this in your life right now that you're being guided to really work on too, because sometimes that's the energy right now. You have a fiery energy. Someone said something that one of my siblings about burning everything to the ground. You're a twin flame. You got that fire. You might feel that about your connection, that it's burned to the ashes, it's burned to the ground. That's part of burning through the ego. I call it walking through the fire. And you both twin flames, when you're a twin flame, you carry that energy of the fire. It's meant to be that flame to help humanity and to upload the frequencies. But I say with power comes great responsibility with it too. Be careful how you're channeling your energy and what you're putting it into. You have a very high energy, especially as you've gone through the twin flame activation process, and learning how to use that properly. So you're really charged up, you're really fired up. You're meant to be using that energy to help other people. This will make you feel good. We should be building community and supporting each other, and this will make us feel good coming together with other connections, especially as you're connecting with other people on the twin flame journey or people that you can help through this experience. All right, so we have the Fool in reverse, and you might feel like this is like, all right, you're supposed to be taking a new beginning, but there might be some reluctance, and this is like, I don't know, this is lack of faith and having no hope. We talked about restoring our faith this week, and within the energies, having more hope, trust, and faith in the universe. You're seeing so many signs, synchronicities, messages, things that are connecting you with your twin flame everywhere, right? To keep you going on the path and to show you that this is a spiritually aligned connection. Spirit is trying to guide you together. Okay, so we have the King of Cups as your masculine coming through in this reading, and this is like they're in control of their emotions. They've gotten into balance. They're very empathic. They're very caring, but this shows me that they love you a lot. They have a lot of feelings for you, and you might not feel that way through the process. They might be sorting them out or figuring that out, but they love you deeply. Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune. These are very good cards today. I'm trying to do a quick reading, right? But this is destiny. You are destined lovers. You're destined to be in union. You are the lovers, right? This is the universe is working in your favor, especially over the next couple of weeks. Luck is on your side. And so just know that about this connection. You're going to have some changes and shifts that are going to happen in a very positive way. So if you are in separation, this could be coming back into union and a reconciliation and being ready for that. Or just if you're in union, going into a lot of abundance and opportunities are going to open up over the next couple of weeks too for this connection. So just know that. Stay in these higher frequencies, and you're becoming very magnetic as a twin flame. You're drawing people to you that are really good for you. And especially, this is a love reading, so we're going to bring some really good vibes into your love life over the next couple of weeks too. Some really good energies into your love life. It's much needed. All right. Let's do a reading for the masculine. Make sure you're checking out those 7-Eleven activations. I have a ton of healings on my website for today too. We want to be using these energies. Today is a huge activation day. Take advantage of it. All right, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, if you're watching, messages to you. So what's going on for the Divine Masculine Collective? Messages to the Divine Feminine. I know we've been together in past lives. I recognize you. You are never a stranger to me. They recognize this connection. They know the connection. Doesn't make it any easier. They might be facing fear of their own or blocks, but they know who you are. They know you're their flame, and they know this connection. You were my best friend, and I cherish our friendship above all. So this person sees you as a good friend. Some of you guys might have been friends and you haven't been lovers yet. Like, what? I know, working towards union. It depends. Sometimes we have our twin flame around us for a long time and we don't know, or it wasn't time, or different situations that may unfold within these dynamics. But this person has gotten very comfortable with telling you everything and being a good friend first. I mean, you could be lovers already too, as we talked about, but we have this friendship coming up right now too as being very, very important, but you're so much more. And so, these lovers are lost in that amazement of friendship and love. I miss looking into your eyes and into your soul. And so this is something they miss, looking at you. They might be staring at your pictures. They might be checking out your social media, saving your pictures in their phone, checking, looking at you every so often. They miss you. They miss your eyes. My heart keeps coming back to you, even though I know you've lost faith in me. And this might be someone that keeps coming back. I was saying that too. Or is guided back to you on their journey or on their path. Their heart and their mind, they can't get you off their mind. They always think about you, and they know that. They know that on a heart chakra level. Time has brought me clarity about us. I made the wrong choices. There were bad choices or moves made on both ends. Both of you, if you could turn back the clock, you'd do it differently. So know that, and they know that too. They might have had time apart from you, or just time coming into union to figure out their feelings and how much you mean to them. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. And if you've ever lost your twin flame, it's the most profound grief that you will ever go through. And sometimes we do that on the way to union. Like you have the reunion meeting, separations, right? And they're very full of grief, pain, and separation, and they trigger all of your trauma and worries and things like that. And then you come back together, and you might even do that a few times. So they trigger a lot of grief or old grief. If you're apart, they're feeling it. I really do care, even though I don't show it. They care more than they're letting on. They might not be showing you that they care, but they do. I fantasize about you. They want you bad. You're on their mind, right? In a good way. So they daydream and think about you all the time. You're like their happy place they go to in their mind, and they're thinking about you. I keep hoping to bump into you everywhere I go. And I see that a lot of flames do. Like the universe is making sure you're at the same place at the same time. Higher forces are trying to guide us together. They feel the spiritual pull and calling to be with you. They're seeing a lot of signs right now and messages that are specific to you. My soul was made with you at the beginning of time. My ego got too triggered and got in the way. So we go through that ego triggering, and this might be if they're not reaching out or they're staying away. It's the ego and needing to heal that wounded ego with each other, because you both have that ego triggered and gone through that layer, according to this reading for some. So just ego, crown chakra, being open to this spiritual connection. You've triggered deep insecurities I didn't even know I had. Be patient with me while I heal these things. So heal. They also have insecurities. Okay, so we have, all right, be careful because there's jealousy and jealous energy around the divine feminine. We talked about this. This is your family and friend circle are going through a lot. Divine feminine, divine masculine is feeling that too. They're supposed to protect you and help you with your path and your mission. And especially if they're absent, you're open to and exposed to a lot more that wouldn't happen if they were around guiding you or giving you advice. So they might be feeling other things aside from this connection that you're going through. But with this connection too, I noticed that sometimes you're figuring out, like, you think people are your friends. I lost so many friends on the twin flame journey because you could tell, like, I can read people really well, and I'd talk about like my twin flame and the reaction I would get. And so you know that you're figuring out that some people around you might not have your best interest, and you're picking up on that energy, especially when it comes to your twin flame union. Be careful taking advice from people that are not twin flames. Okay, so watch out for toxic people, divine masculine. You might have addictions. You might be trying to fill things in the wrong way. You're getting bad advice, and you might be around the wrong crowd. So this is being mirrored back too. So sometimes you guys are figuring out that, this is why when you're together, you're kind of in your own little world together. And when you're apart, you're more open to, maybe I'll have friends and things like that. But this is why you're being guided to be together. We have 11-11. There might be a runner-chaser dynamic or even issues with divine timing right now. Be careful, divine masculine, because you might be in a pattern of avoidance. This is like hiding, feeling guilty, and no communication. You might be hiding from this connection. I always think of the lovers, Adam and Eve, right? And they're like, oh, they ate the apple and they were hiding from God. And this is what I always think of with the avoidance and the hiding, and with the lovers, right? And things like that. Everything went wrong. They were in Eden, and then they needed the clothes or whatever. You're supposed to be those naked lovers, right? You might be feeling a lot of sensual energy in the air. We're in Cancer season, and we get Goddess of Love joining the party, right? And I love that because my twin flame is a Cancer, and I'm the Venus sign, right? Okay, so very good mix of astrology right there. But so this person might be a little bit of holding back with you and not expressing how they feel. All right, you have different values, and this is money too and other things like that. So, this is like one of you guys might be doing really good financially, money you might be struggling. This is so that you can balance things. You have other gifts too. Divine masculine is not the provider and money machine. I know everyone's like, oh, that's the masculine. That is not at all what divine masculine is, and many of you guys have been stripped away so that you could actually shift into the true divine masculine, which is the energy. And this is like, you're very emotionally supportive, you're a protector, you give good guidance, you have really good clarity of what to do with your divine feminine. And we always have divine feminine's always a little lost with things, and you're here to help her in so many ways. So it's about embodying that healthy masculine energy and not that unhealthy, right? Because when we have people like looking at for that, I see a lot of the most toxic relationship dynamics. They always want something. Your divine counterpart won't want anything but your time and love. Divine masculine know that. They just love to be around you. They don't need anything. They got their own jobs and money and their own stuff, right? Or whatever it is. And so it's not like the karmics of your past, which are like, save me and help me. And this, your divine feminine is not like that. She's a fierce, awakened divine feminine and just wants you around her, and no strings, or, you know, I don't want to use that word, like nothing from you, just your awakened energy and knowing how spiritually mature that you are and what you bring into her life. So she deeply values you. Our divine feminine is longing for you and daydreaming about you. So are you. So know that too, that we have divine feminine, divine masculine, you're thinking about your divine feminine and they are mirroring that. All right, divine masculine has a lot of responsibilities. This is my family card and my karmic card. They need to take care of financial and emotional things on their end. And this could be karmic family, it could be karmics and children and things like that. They always take on a lot of stuff. And we have this card too, where they feel burdened just from their programming. And I know all these people are gone from your past, but the programming remains, and that you're carrying a lot on your shoulders, and you might be stressed out, like you have a lot of responsibilities. Okay, so you're ending some cycles in your life and closing things out. Once again, we have the Hermit in reverse. You've been withdrawing too much, and from this connection, this is a love reading, it's time to get back out there. It's time to get back and get romantic with your divine feminine and to get out of that hermit phase. And you'll notice that you go into these separations, you don't feel better. It could be years, and people talk about them getting worse, and the energies, and what makes you feel good and heals all of this is union too, and coming together in love. That we're designed for love. We're not designed to isolate as humans. In fact, when we isolate, we know it's not good for us. We know that we need hugs and cuddles and love and romance and connection. And this is what lights us up. And the more that we withdraw, it's not healthy for us too. So you might be withdrawing and isolating too much. Time to let go of people and situations that are blocking this union. Let go of control right now. And let go of things that are blocking this connection or blocking this union on your side to open it up. So we have the Sun in reverse. This is sadness and depression. You might not be able to see the positive about all of this. You might have gotten a negative mindset, or you've let negative vibes take over or get into this connection too. I know a lot comes up and a lot gets triggered, but you're meant to clear this stuff and to stay in union with your divine feminine. So oftentimes this could be, it doesn't have to be, but it's a separation card. And when we have this child on the horse, this is actually the death, but a different view of it. I know we're like the sun, right? But so it's the rebirth card, that you've been through the death right now, and it's time for that rebirth and to open up again and bring positive energies into your life, because this is in reverse, so it can indicate that you're still going through some of stuff and that you're kind of in this death cycle of it, or even with the relationship, and it's time for a new cycle. You guys hold that fire and that flame. You guys can always reignite this if you're in a separation, or if you're working towards union. This is getting into union so that you're feeling better, because you might feel some yucky energy still, and this is being caused by twin flame, we'll say separation or slowness to come into union, triggering a lot. So we stay stuck on these purge cycles when we're stuck in states of separation, or being slow to come into union. It doesn't feel good for either, and oftentimes you're dealing with a lot of heavy and depressing energies. And so the solution is always to come into union, right? And to feel really, really good. And then we get into bliss and samadhi, and a lot of positive energies come out of these unions as it opens up a lot of higher timelines for both of the twin flames too. So this is shifting that, and like we're talking about union, will make you feel a lot better. All right, I'm going on that note anyways, but have a beautiful day. Make sure you're checking out my 7-11 activations and healings on my website. I'll be around all day. If you do need me, just go ahead and book me on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com.